You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the running back Saquon Barkley and if he'll be ready for Week 1 of the upcoming 2021 NFL season. Looking back at last year, Barkley tore his ACL in Week 2 of the 2020 season and ended up missing the rest of the season. And it's just been unsure and whether or not he'll be ready for Week 1. So far through training camp and minicamp, he has not been a participant or a full participant in Giants camp so far, and the Giants are ready to work him up to speed. It's been unclear if he'll be ready to go Week 1 of the 2021 NFL season, and he's done a couple media tours the last couple of weeks. And this past Friday, he was on the Rich Eisen show and was asked if he'll be ready for Week 1 or if he'll start the season on the PUP list. He went on to say, those conversations I actually haven't even had yet so far with the trainers and the coaches. The focus is to take it one day at a time and kind of go with the flow. Listen to your body and listen to your team and listen to your coaches. I love what Saquon Barkley is doing right now. He doesn't need to rush back from such an extreme injury like he suffered last year, and he just needs to take his time. And like he said, listen to his body. His body will tell him when he'll be able to be ready to return to the starting lineup. Jeremy Fowler earlier today was on ESPN and SportsCenter and was asked about Saquon Barkley and said this. I'm told Barkley has made a ton of progress on his ACL recovery, but the Giants just don't want to rush him. They're ensuing he's 100% for the season and able to avoid any setbacks. There are cautions about pushing him before he's completely ready. But the word inside the building is he is eager to get going, moving very well. There's a feeling that he could eventually push coaches to make a decision on his availability because of his aggressive rehab. We've seen all the videos that Saquon Barkley has been posting so far through the NFL offseason, and the Giants and Saquon Barkley are on the same page. The Giants are going to take it slow, and Saquon Barkley is also going to take it slow. He's going to listen to his body, like he said, and he knows exactly how his body is going to respond to a full NFL season, and he knows what it takes to be a productive back like he's been so far through his first 2 seasons in the NFL. Barkley, he's really reliant on these aggressive jump cuts like he's shown so far through his offseason videos that he's been posting on Instagram and Twitter. That's gotten Giants fans extremely happy. So we're going to let Saquon listen to his body. He'll know when he's going to be back and ready for the upcoming NFL season. So if you think that Saquon Barkley is going to be back and he's going to be better than ever, scale it on a scale of 1 to 10 for me. What is your confidence level in Saquon Barkley? If you're going to rate him and think that he's going to come back and be better than ever, go down in the comments and type 10. If you're unsure if a running back that's just reliant on explosion and big playability, go down in the comments and type 1. If you go back and look at Saquon Barkley through his first 2 seasons in the NFL, he came onto the scene and he absolutely erupted. 1,300 yards his rookie season, an average of 5 yards per carry, and 91 receptions. That's something that I want to see Saquon Barkley get back to this year with the Giants. 15 total touchdowns in his first season and 8 total touchdowns in his second season to go along with another 100-yard rushing season. If you're worried about Saquon Barkley and if he's going to get back to form and be a guy that can get the ball and go 80 yards to the house, just relax. I've put together a list of a couple running backs that have gone through similar injuries of Saquon Barkley of tearing their ACL and have bounced back in major ways. First on my list, Adrian Peterson in the 2012 season. He tore his ACL in Week 12 of the 2011 season, and he obviously missed the rest of the season, but he was ready Week 1 to come back and had arguably his best season as a pro. Over 2,000 rushing yards and 12 TDs. He had nearly 350 carries and averaged 131 yards per game. This type of production shows that Saquon Barkley can come back, and I know it's unfair to compare a running back to to Adrian Peterson, but if you're going to compare someone to Adrian Peterson, it's a guy like Saquon Barkley. He's an absolute athletic freak, and if Adrian Peterson can bounce back from a horrific ACL injury, Saquon Barkley can do the same. Number 2 on our list is Jamal Charles. First off, in his first 3 years following his ACL tear, he got back to his form and produced like the productive running back that he is. 750 carries in 46 games, nearly 4,000 rushing yards in 3 seasons. He had 119 receptions and 39 total touchdowns. This guy, just like Saquon Barkley, is an extremely explosive running back that relies on straight line speed. And I think just the ability that Jamal Charles showed and his ability to get back from a horrific ACL injury is something that Saquon Barkley can do as well. And the last guy on this list, Dalvin Cook, a guy that I think is very comparable to Saquon Barkley. He can get out of the backfield and make catches and make plays. He can be your running back that's dominant in the stretch game, that can attack the sideline and push defenses to be physically and fast from sideline to sideline. I think when you look at the stats that Dalvin Cook has put up, and especially in the last 2 years from tearing his ACL, he has 29 rushing touchdowns. The guy is just an absolute beast, and like I said, I think he's very comparable to Saquon Barkley, and I think that's just going to be somebody that Saquon can look to and ask for advice on how to bounce back from a big ACL injury. One thing that I love about Saquon Barkley, he is built for this type of thing. He's faced adversity throughout his whole life. He's a workout junkie. He's going to be in the gym working extremely hard like he already has and has posted on social media how he's going to bounce back from this injury. And he posted an Instagram post the other day of him working out and running routes and catching the ball. And one of his ex-teammates at Penn State, let me get his name real quick, his name was Amani Oruwariye, a cornerback that played at Penn State with him, commented and said, "Comeback Player of the Year." Barkley replied and said, "I want more." That is just something that just inject that into my veins. I want to see Saquon Barkley compete for an MVP season, and I think he'll be able to bounce back and be a guy that the New York Giants rely on to be a productive offense. If you think that Saquon Barkley can bounce back and compete and be an MVP type of running back, like this video. We're pumping out content almost daily on this Giants channel, and we want to continue to do that. So go down and like this video to show your support for this channel. Subscribe to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. We are just over 30 subscribers away from reaching the 1,000 milestone. We continue to do videos every single day on the latest news, rumors, trade rumors, free agency targets, and heading up into training camp and preseason just around the corner, we're going to ramp up our coverage. So go down, the link is right here, youtube.com/NYGiantsTV. Click that link, subscribe to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports to stay up to date on the latest New York Giants news and rumors. Jabrill Peppers is entering his 5th season in the NFL, and it's a huge year this is a huge year for him. After the season, he will be an unrestricted free agent, and the Giants are going to have to make a huge decision on him. And just quite frankly, so far, contract extensions with the Giants and Peppers have been rather quiet. There hasn't been much at either side, either camp, about what each side wants to do, and if the Giants even want to bring back Jabrill Peppers. The Giants signed Logan Ryan last year after Xavier McKinney broke his foot in training camp leading up to the season, and they went on to extend him on a 3-year deal worth up to $30 million, which has you raising your arms and questions about, do the Giants even want to keep Jabrill Peppers on this roster? Pro Football Rumors, they went on to put out an article about Jabrill Peppers and whether or not the Giants are interested in bringing him back, and they said this. Part of 2019 Odell Beckham trade, Jabrill Peppers is going into his 5th-year option season. However, the Giants' extension for Logan Ryan may have well signaled they are okay moving on from the former first-round pick after this season. The Giants signed Ryan shortly after Xavier McKinney suffered a broken foot and extended him in December. Ryan and McKinney are signed through 2023, though Ryan has no guarantees beyond this year, while Peppers would attract interest as a 2022 free agent. His role and performance this season will go a long way toward determining his long-term value. I have a question for you guys. Help me out. This is a channel that's based on interaction between me and you guys, so answer this for me. Do you think the Giants should extend Jabrill Peppers? If you think they do and they want to keep a guy like him on this defense around, a guy that was voted a captain by his peers, go down in the comments and type Y for yes. If you're just unsure about Jabrill Peppers and you're ready to let him walk and not ready to pay him the big bucks that a big-time safety deserves, go down in the comments and type N for no. For me, I'm going to go down and type Y down in the comments for yes, and it's because of this. Jabrill Peppers is able to play all over the field. He played in 912 snaps last season, and he just played absolutely all over the field. As you can see, 338 snaps in the box, which was an uptick from last year, kind of playing in that joker role in the Patrick Graham system, that nickel linebacker, and he's also played in the slot a little bit. 264 snaps covering tight ends and slot receiver, and also being a big factor in the Giants' run game. He also even played outside cornerback a little bit. He's not really a cover guy that's a sticky cornerback that can follow guys all over the field, but he's a guy that can get the job done out there when he's asked to do so. And he also played 143 snaps at his main position, free safety. This is a guy that the Giants need to keep around because of his flexibility and his ability to affect the game in a multitude of ways. When you go back and look at his 2020 stats, it was a career year for Jabrill Peppers. 91 tackles, a career high. 8 tackles for loss, another career high. 2.5 sacks, another career high. And I know you're upset. You're gonna hear it again. 11 pass breakups, another career high. This was Jabrill Peppers' best season in the NFL, and I think in large part due to his pairing with Patrick Graham, a guy that's really just going to use him all over the field and going to get the absolute best out of Jabrill Peppers. The Giants, they need to extend Peppers ASAP. This guy is the heartbeat of this defense, and he was a guy that was voted a captain by his teammates. This is someone that the Giants need to keep around for a while. He's just a big culture guy. He fits into what the Giants preach. He's a fundamental player, and he's just a ball player. I mean, even in college at Michigan, he got offensive snaps. This is a guy that's hugely reliant on his ability to just affect the game in a multitude of ways. And it's just a guy that the Giants need to keep around for a while. And when you look at the Giants' depth chart and the back end of the defense, he fits in with what they're doing. He's a physical, strong safety that's able to just affect the game in the pass and in the run game. And then you have a guy like at free safety, Logan Ryan. We have someone that's able to provide that veteran leadership and teach Jabrill Peppers how to be a pro's pro. So it's just a guy for me at the end of the day that I want to keep here for a while, and something that I think the Giants need to do extremely soon. Something that we do here at Chat Sports, we like to be engaged with the fan audience and everyone that's watching this video. So for you guys, I want to do a fan-led Q&A mailbag session. So if you've made it this far in the video and you've watched the entire video, make sure you're subscribed and go down in the comments. Start your comment with #Giants to let me know that that's what this comment is for. So go down there, use #Giants, and ask me any type of question regarding the New York Giants, and I'll feature them and answer them in an upcoming New York Giants mailbag. So go down, use your comments, #Giants, and make sure you're subscribed, because we're only going to answer questions that come from subscribers, and I can't wait. So go down, subscribe to New York Giants now, and leave your questions starting with #Giants.